Imagine waking up in a room made of white light, with no memory of your name, your face, or your home. You are millions of miles from the nearest human being. And then you realize why you're there. You aren't just a passenger. You are the last page of a story that is currently being erased from existence. This is Project Hail Mary. We need to talk about why this isn't just a sci-fi novel. It is a 500-page heartbeat. As a reader, you learn to spot a villain early. But in this story, the antagonist isn't a person. It's a shadow, a microscopic called Astrophage, is eating our sun, watt by watt, second by second. It is a biological vampire, draining the lifeblood of our solar system to fuel its own reproduction. Think about the scale of this catastrophe. If the sun's output drops by just 5%, Earth enters a permanent ice age. If it drops by 10, the oceans begin to freeze solid. Every library, every poem, and every memory of humanity vanishes because we simply run out of the heat required to sustain life. We are watching the lights go out on our species, and the world doesn't even know it yet. This brings us to the ultimate question that drives the first half of the book. How do you kill a Star Eater? Ryland Grace isn't a soldier. He's a junior high science teacher who was pulled from a classroom because he happened to be the world's leading expert on a biology that shouldn't exist. He is humanity's last gamble, sent into the dark with a ship full of fuel and a mind full of questions. Grace wakes up to a sun that is literally being eaten. It's not a slow death, it's a feast. But here is the hook that will keep you up at night. The Astrophage isn't just a threat to Earth. It's a plague across the stars. And as Grace moves deeper into the Tau Ceti system, he realizes he isn't the only one looking for a cure. There is something else out there in the dark, something that has been waiting for someone like him to arrive. Then, the impossible happens. In the middle of the lonely dark, 12 light years from any human voice, Grace finds a ship that shouldn't be there. It's made of Xenonite, a glass-like armor that doesn't just reflect the stars, it seems to swallow them. As a reader, you expect a battle. You expect the cold, mechanical horror of an invasion. But Andy Weir gives us something much more profound. Company. This isn't just another spaceship. It is a mirror of Grace's own desperation. While the Hail Mary is a triumph of human engineering, the Blip A is a relic of a species that breathes ammonia and lives in 29 atmospheres of crushing pressure. It is a ship built by a civilization that has never seen the stars because their atmosphere is too thick. Yet they reach them anyway, guided only by sound and math. When Grace meets Rocky, it isn't a war of the worlds. It's a meeting of two lonely souls who speak different languages but share the same desperate hope. Rocky doesn't have eyes. He sees through sonar. Grace doesn't have a crew. He has a mission. Together, they have to bridge a gap wider than the vacuum between their planets. They have to invent a language from scratch, a language of clicks, whistles, and the universal truth of the periodic table. Watching them work is like watching the ultimate buddy cop movie, if the stakes were the survival of two entire star systems. You start to forget that Rocky is an Iridian with a carapace like a rock. You start to see him as a brother in arms. The silence of space, the terrifying, lonely silence that has haunted Grace since he woke up, is finally broken by a melody. To save two worlds, they must master the math of the gods. But the gods are indifferent, and their laws are absolute. Traveling at 92% the speed of light doesn't just stretch space, it claws at time itself. In this silence, the universe shifts. For Ryland Grace, months pass. He eats, he sleeps, and he talks to Rocky. But back on Earth, the calendar is screaming. Decades are disappearing into the vacuum. Every friend he ever laughed with, every student he ever taught, every sunset he ever watched, they are all accelerating away from him into the past. Grace isn't just a pilot. He is a ghost, haunting his own legacy. He is the man who saved the world, but he is also the man the world moved on without. This is the Relativity Trap. It is the ultimate sacrifice of the explorer. The faster you go to save your home, the faster you lose your place in it. When he eventually looks at the stars, he isn't just looking at light. He's looking at a history that has already forgotten him. And here is where Andy Weir breaks our hearts. It's not just about the time. It's about the mission parameters. The Hail Mary was never built for a return trip. It was a suicide mission from day one. Grace didn't choose to be a martyr. He was forced into it. And now he is trapped in a metal box, with the realization that even success means dying millions of miles from the planet he called home. But in that loneliness, a new theme emerges for us. If the world you saved is gone, does the sacrifice still matter? Grace and Rocky find their answer in each other. Because even if the old world is dead, a new world can be built on a ship where two different species decide that friendship is more important than physics. We've already seen the quietest, most powerful moment in the story. The moment Ryland Grace decides to stop being a survivor and starts being a friend. Grace had the cure for Earth. He had the fuel to get home. He was inches away from his own happily ever after. But then, he looks at the telemetry of Rocky's ship. He realizes his friend, the culture who saved his life 1,000 times, is drifting into the dark to die alone. In that second, Grace doesn't think like a pilot. He thinks like a teacher. He turns. He gives up his oxygen, his food, and his planet, just so Rocky doesn't have to face the end in silence. The book doesn't end with a parade on Earth. It ends on Arid, a planet where the gravity is crushing and the air is poison. To a human, we see Grace living in a glass dome, eating a cloned meat, and teaching a classroom full of spider-like Iridian children about the stars they can finally see because of him. He didn't just save a planet. He became the bridge between two civilizations that should have never met. He found a home in the one place he never expected to stay. This isn't just a story about a hero saving a world. It's a story about a man who refused to let the last library in the universe go quiet. As readers, we know that the greatest benefit of any book isn't the facts we learn, but the empathy we gain. Ryland Grace saved Earth, but Rocky saved Grace's soul. And that is why we turn the page.